It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like
forward.
a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Banele. Surname is Pony. I work for Street Talk.
My name is Kanye Lose, and I'm from Africa Unite, and I stay in Bloekombos in Kraaifontein.
And I'm Katha Jardine, also part of Africa Unite, and I'm from Mitchells Plain.
My name is Zimi, staying in Crossroads.
My name is Aliwa. I live in Delft. I attend Oakland High School. I'm an equalizer at Equal Education, and I'm also part of Youth Against the System.
What I want to ask, can we trust the police, our police in South Africa?
I wouldn't say you should trust anyone at this moment. The only person you should trust is yourself and your parents. Because trusting on someone, it's a big thing where you can end up breaking up or being heartbroken because you put your trust in the police. I would say sometimes the police do their jobs, they do what they are told, but at the same time, they do things to benefit themselves, their families, and their close ones. That's one thing we should know. And whatever they're doing, they just want to, I don't know, they want to gain power, because each and every time they see someone on the street, they kick the person. Like we have known the soldiers, they killed people, and the government is still protecting them. By trusting people who are actually killing us, that's not a good thing, or that's not a good sign, which means we don't have, I would say to you, we don't have police. When it comes to crime, maybe there's something happening, there's a robbery, or there's a house breaking where I live, the police would take time to arrive. But when it comes to someone that they have to attack someone, or there's something big happening that has to do with drugs, companies, they arrive not even an hour, not even 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, they arrive early. So by trusting people who are actually racist, that's not one thing we should do, because police are people who are hired to protect each and every citizen of South Africa. But the way they're doing, they are only protecting, I would say, they're only protecting the people who are rich. I wouldn't say what people. They are not the people who are rich, who have money, so that people who are rich actually have the power to destroy them, or the power to bad name them. But us as people who don't have a single thing, they know that we are just people. We can't do anything. If they don't come, there's nothing we can do. And it's true, there's nothing we can do, because we don't have the resources to fight them. That's one thing we should know. We can't trust the police at this time.
So when speaking about the police, there has been going around talks of police brutality that's been happening, but it's almost like racism. Some people are racist and see things in a negative light, especially with the police. A few of them cause havoc or have done certain things that give people the impression that it's everyone. So because of a handful of police officers, we can't look at the entire police system as negative.
Well, that's quite I don't know whether a broad or complex one, because there are pros and cons to trusting the police, you know. Not all of them are not to be trusted because of a minority, you know, and maybe most of them are doing their job, doing their work, are standing up for the people and are protecting us. Maybe some of them are violating our people very brutally, going out to our communities and abusing their power. So hence I'm saying that there are pros and cons to trusting them. They are people of power at the end of the day. They are the people who are public servants to protect us, you know. So if now I can say here in this dialogue that no, I'm not trusting the police, but one day on my way to school, I'll have to call the van when the perpetrators are taking my phone or trying to rape me. They are the ones I'll have to call and scream to. So I don't want to say I don't trust them or I do, because I can't judge them because of maybe 3 cases that were wrong that they did, or maybe because of what the public says about them. So I don't want to say I'll weigh the situation because of that. I'll be in the middle. I don't know how to. So it really has its importance at the end of the day.
Trusting, as I said, it's a big word. It's a big word because they are also humans. They are also, because they do what they are told. Yes, we do know that some of the police, they are violent, but they are best to the country. So I would not say we must trust them. I would just say we must know that they are there for us as the people of this country, because they are the ones who are putting there to protect us as the people of this country. So I would not say we must trust them, but at least we should know they are there for us to protect us. Because they do their mistake, but they are doing their best. Not all of the police, they are not doing their work correct, but some, they are trying to do the best so that they protect this country. So we may not trust them, but it is we have to know they are there for us as the police of this country.
What do you think about corruption in South Africa?
Corruption to me is totally unacceptable. It's really unacceptable because these people are our leaders that we count on. We elected them so that they can bring about change to our country. But now them being corrupt and them keeping status, wealth, the land and everything to themselves, and giving us, the people who voted them, to the positions that they are in, giving us nothing, is totally unacceptable. And these corrupt individuals need to know that the rich mustn't stay rich and the poor must stay poor because of this capitalist system as well, and this corruption. They need to start thinking about the people who put them in the places that they are in, because at our country's current state, you can see that because of corruption, we are at a junk status as a country. And in order to improve that, corruption must stop. Corruption must be put on an end. These leaders that we've elected in these high places need to change, and they need to work for us as the people, because we are counting on them. We elected them for a difference and for them to bring about change to our country. I mean, we deserve a better South Africa than what we have now. We deserve far more financials than what we have now as a nation.
In terms of everyone is corrupted in the country, must say, because we are led by the corrupted people. So our leaders are corrupted and in our economy. So if we are being led by the corrupt people, we can't do anything because they are the ones who are leading us. So I'm not sure what they are expecting for us. They are the ones who are corrupted. So I might say corruption in the country won't end because everyone is corrupted. Everyone is corrupted. And I must say, in Parliament, everyone there is corrupted because they are fighting for the money of this country. There's high unemployment rate. Youth is unemployed. Most of the youth is employed because of corruption that is in the Parliament. So not specifically in Parliament, but the most people that are leading us are corrupted in the country. So there is corruption in the country. And so how are we going to end it? To make it end, but there is the corruption.
Only one person or only the youth can actually change that. If they can put the youth in the cabinet or in the ANC, we can actually change that, because we know how it feels to not go to school, to not have a birth certificate, to be unemployed, to live in a dirty place. We have grains that are blocking. We don't have roads. Our own youth, young people don't have places to go. They don't have places to live. That's one thing we should know. What's that? the black people are getting tenders from the president. They should build houses in a certain area. Is that happening? No, it's not. One thing, who are the people in charge? Black people. I'm not saying, but majority rules, because majority of the people who are corrupt are black. That's one thing we should know, and that's one thing we are seeing. So I would not say corrupt. It's or I would not say white people are not corrupt. Black people are, obviously.
Corruption has no race. I cannot speak for the apartheid era because I was not born then. I was not alive then, unfortunately. But currently now, what I can say a positive thing to today's time is that we at least have a say in our rights and what happens. Like Liema said, we get to vote for who we put into power, who runs our country. So that's at least a positive side to everything. We get to protest for our rights, which wasn't a thing in the past. It was illegal to protest for your rights. So I think that's a positive side to living in this day and age.
One thing that I want to say is that people who are corrupt now, they are angry because of what happened in the apartheid time. Because one thing we should look at first is that majority of the people that are in parliament or people who have positions in the in our actually party, which means African National Congress, which means ANC, are old people. That's one thing we should notice. All of those people are angry that they didn't have things they wanted to have back then. They went to school and all of those things. But now they're angry in a way that they are willing to destroy their people, their own people's rights. They are willing to go against their people because of money. Money, we know that people say money is evil. Money it is evil, and corruption is everywhere. One thing we should know: each and every country is corruptive. Kota has said that corruption has no race. That's true. But one thing we should notice, Kota, is that one of our people, which means black people, are the ones who are very corrupt. Look at what's coming out on the news as we speak now. Who are people who are eating the money? Who are people eating the PPE's money that was supposed to go to school? Black people. That one thing we should notice. Our own black people, same skin, same color, they're destroying us.
My dream is to bring about change, to be a change agent in general, and to do everything that I've always wished and always wanted to do for the people of my country and for the greater good of my community.
My dream is to actually change our country and is to serve the people because their rights are being destroyed, and is to be the young person who brings change and who does the best for the country, because South Africa is better than this. I want to be the person who will change this country and make it a better country.
My dream is to be a businesswoman. It's because of I want to be part of women who contribute into our economy in this country, because all that our economy is not stable. So I want the one woman to contribute into our economy. That is my dream.
My dream is to live in a South Africa that our former president wanted. A South Africa where everyone is free, where everyone has their rights, because minorities' rights are still being violated each and every day. We are told that we are free, but we are not. We're still restricted. Our rights are still being violated. We are still there are still so many social injustices that are happening. So my dream is to have the South Africa that our former president Nelson Mandela wanted for each and every South African, that is black, white, colored, whatever race.
Yazi, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.